Hello everyone, welcome back to TrevDog Gaming here on YouTube. This is the game The Infected, and we are now Season 2, Episode 3. Well, we've got this kind of reasonable sized starter base. I would imagine that, later on down the track the base footprint will probably be maybe 20 or 30 times this size, but for the time being we just need a base to start from. Somewhere where we can sleep, where we feel a little bit more secure, and where we can basically cook up and make things. So last episode we were still cooking up metal so that we could make our anvil, and we were running around doing all sorts of other gathering of timber for planks and whatnot. I did add eventually off camera 3 little planter beds for growing crops. So I've got 2 pumpkins and a watermelon. I wouldn't mind growing the pumpkins and not eating them initially, but putting them in here. So I did find a pumpkin off camera and I just threw it in there. So they don't seem to go off in here. So it's a really good thing in preparation for the winter when it comes around to have 1 or 2 of these guys absolutely chockers with melons, I think. I've got to grab another 2 ingots to finish these off, and then we can grab some meat and we can set them going on the drying rack. That's another good idea for winter, so we can do that. We'll just keep though doing this, which is processing through the iron fragments, because we want to be able to make quite a lot more ingots, and this is only just the starting way of doing it. Eventually you can make these a lot quicker. What we're going to do though in this episode is to make ourselves what is it? I think it's in others. Some spike traps. Now they're not fantastic, but it's kind of better than having nothing. So we can make these kind of relatively quickly. I just want to put a whole bunch of these down, and we can always move them around. Like, they're not like built in stone or anything like that, but just give ourselves a little bit of extra protection. So if these guys do show up, they're going to get slowed down by these spikes. Probably not the mini bosses. I've got a funny feeling I think they're going to be tougher than we can possibly imagine. But we're going to have to go through that process of maybe getting ourselves a bow and arrow and a few other bits and pieces organised. I don't know what these guys are going to be like when it comes to... I think they're still going to go into the water. I don't think that's going to deter them. So we'll just make a whole bunch of these. It's easier really just to make a whole bunch of these things to start with. You can move them around and adjust their positions and all that later. So you kind of don't really want any gaps, but I wouldn't go too nuts about it. I'm not sure how many I'm making here. This could end up being maybe 30 or something. It could be something like that. So yeah, we can almost just jump over these ourselves. So every one needs a log, 4 sticks, and rope. Now I have got a bunch of sticks, so let's see. We can use as many of these as we can kind of get our hands on. Also, where did I put it? I think in here. If I can take out a whole bunch of rope, let's see if we can start right in front of this clay. So we'll basically load a whole bunch of these up. I mean, probably the slowest part of doing so. We've already run out of sticks already. Oops. Let's stay out of the way while we're doing that. Actually, I wonder if we can just... Maybe what we should do is just cut down a few of these little stick trees and pick them up from here. We've kind of got to go fairly quickly to the towns, start to have a look around. I don't have the world's biggest backpack either, so we'll have to spend some time somewhere along the line going up and finding out where the crocs are. Now, I think I've looked on the map and it looks like there's a swamp way up north, so that's probably where we'll head with the ATV eventually. But get some more sticks from here. But I think maybe what makes a bit more sense to me is we might have to go to a town first and see if we can start getting some tech. So there is so much to do in this game. You know, if I haven't said it enough, I really love the Infected game. It's a really nice challenge and plenty of great building options. Ooh, look what I've got. So that's pretty cool. So I have to keep an eye out for the pumpkins. Yeah, there's nothing better than going into winter and just going, oh, I can't believe I prepared myself so well for it. So there's a couple of pumpkins for us, ready for winter. Here we going with these guys. Enough room just to pick up a couple of these. Yep, perfect. So we can put that back, take 2 5s and 2 stones. So this one on the left will cook up 2 ingots, and that'll basically manufacture some more fragments. So what are we up to? There. Oh, we went a fair way around already. That's not bad. And then the slow part will just be running around trying to get all the logs in place. Alright, where's all the rest of these stick bushes? Oh, I think I can see some way up here. There goes a bird running away from me. Flying away from me. Come on, hit that stick tree. So yeah, it means that we kind of feel a bit... Oh, hang on. It's a delayed reaction. I don't mind some free feathers. That's one thing we do need to do, is to make ourselves either a crossbow or a bow. Another tree or 2 up here. There's a free stick. Not sure how many of these we can really carry. We're full already, I think. Alright, we'll have to go back up there and grab them in a tick as well. Where did we start from? There? I think here. That's right. So that. Okay, so we ran out of sticks just there. Actually, what's in our inventory? Oh, I've got a lot of spare fibre too, haven't we? Okay, hang on. Let's just clear that out. There's not much point losing it. Oops, no. Not trying to sleep yet. It's the only part that's bad about that is it's a little bit awkward where it's sitting. I don't think... And can I join them? I can. That might make life a little bit easier. I can probably store a bit more. Okay, so where were we? We were smacking a tree up here somewhere. That's it. So we'll grab... It doesn't really matter if we have too many, because we can always... Well, that's a bit unusual. Must have left those behind before, I think. So yeah, we'll get these out of the way as quickly as possible, and then we'll just have to run around and collect a whole bunch of logs. Like I say, it's not the most fantastic defences, but better than nothing. And if we've got ourselves a bow and arrow, we can at least do something. Where were we up to here? Alrighty, so... Oh, okay, I think we only need about half a dozen more sticks and we're done. Alright, we'll go up. Actually, this might be enough, actually. Okay, so... Let's take down these 3 logs. Another thing to note though, these defences that we're putting up at the moment, you can actually upgrade these as well, but it's mega expensive. I think it was 20 iron fragments, I think, each. Yeah, not cheap. Was it that one and that one? I think so. There you go. That's a pretty good start. I mean, it doesn't really matter where you start. They all have to be upgraded type thing, so... Oh, that's another thing I've got to do too, apart from building another axe. There's me stick. Where's me stone? There's a stone. Is that a frog or a stone? Typical. It's either a moving stone or it's a frog. You know, just when you need just one stone. Oh, hey look, corn. Thank you for that, game. Oh, honestly. Another pumpkin. Oh, cucumber. Hang on. It's a bit like the old, yeah, squirrel. Where was it, down here? Can't miss an opportunity to pick up pumpkins. Oh man, poor stamina. Yeah, I still reckon that's a, even though it's over water, it's a pretty good place to build a base, I think. Plenty of room to manoeuvre. There you go, I've got 3 pumpkins in there already, that's pretty good. Alrighty, oh that's about to go out as well. We can throw that in there, that in there. Well, we don't need the sticks anymore, I don't think. I think I've done all of those. What else have I got on me? Some seeds. So put the seeds away, put that away. That should be down the bottom. I think, not sure, but I think I've done everything there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. We can add 2 stones back in. We'll grab out those. Keep those cooking. We might just put these in the bottom for the time being. Like that. We actually need some more stone as well. We kind of have to keep that rocking and rolling, so... Where's the nearest stone? Down here, I guess. So, we'll do this. Grab these guys. I might just grab... Have I got water on me? I haven't got everything. The other thing too is this stuff will make you quite heavy. Oh wow, my meat was down a fair bit, and I have to fill up with that too. Alright, well that's pretty good. It's always handy when you've got some meat on you. You don't want to have too much, kind of thing. Alright, can we grab a tree on the way back? Just a small one will do. Oh, did I not make the... Hang on. I actually forgot, believe it or not, to make myself an axe. There you go. I can see another source of meat over there, guys. Give me a sec. You can't get away that easy. Alright. Let's grab these 3 and do a little bit more. Let's have a look. What have we got going in here now? So we can get these 2 cooking up. Let's put a whole bunch of stones in here. Good. And then in here we can... No, it's this one. We'll put away this stuff. Then we can go out and get a few more logs. I'm all over the shop here, and I should just kind of stick to the one area a bit more. I can see cucumbers in the background. Or can I? I can, but they're kind of hidden behind a tree. Well, that's weird. Alright, we'll go down, add another 3. You know, even though this is not the best defense, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you've got to have defenses somewhere, so... And you can always, man, All these things are all showing up when I was least expecting. Get rid of that tree so I can see a bit better. Is that a chicken stuck in there? Or a bird? Sorry dude, but, you know. You're bad, my gain. Okay, let's see if we can grab a few of these, take all these back. Oh, picked up everything. Alright, well, how's our energy going? It's going down a little bit, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. Alright, we'll go back inside. I think we've almost filled ourselves up with sticks, haven't we? Yeah, we have. Alright, we'll throw away these guys in this cupboard here. Is that a porker? I think there's a little piggy out here somewhere. Okay, might be enough time for me to just scoot. Hello, dude. I reckon it's a pretty good model of the piggy, actually. Like, they don't hurt you. Don't try doing that to a bear, or a fox, or a wolf. The sheep, nah, he's fine. He's a pretty easy target, the poor little sheepy, but... And there will be a point where you will need the sheep. Gotta keep remembering though, where was the logs? Grabbing the meat and putting it onto the drying rack is not a bad idea. To get those done fairly quickly, I think. Oops, don't stand on them, Trev. You're not gonna put anything in there if you do that. Let's hit up another big tree. It's almost like, because you can only carry 3, you almost have to find 3 large trees and cut them all down, leave 21 logs on the ground, and then just come back and do 7 trips. Otherwise you end up with an extra, you pick up 2 at the end and then you miss 1, if you know what I mean. It's kind of a bit weird. Might leave that gap there. Keep going a little bit longer. Actually, maybe I can just fill that in anyway. Just wait for my stamina to catch up a little bit. Yep. Actually, there is some logs I've left behind, so I won't fill these in just yet. Just make it a little bit easier. So hang on, I've only got to do 4. Oh, that should be easy enough. And then I think we might have to go sleep, I think. Getting a tad tired. Actually, I know what I'll do. I'll slow down because I've got no stamina. Apart from that, I'll grab one from here and we'll just do these 2. There you go. So now we've got all the defences around the base. Like I said, not the most fantastic defences, but at least we've got a ring of sorts. And then we'll just... things don't keep going off camera when you go to sleep. So... What have we got? There's 2 there already, so we'll take those 2 out. Put the 2 ingots in to be cooked up. 2 stones. And then we'll put that away and that away. How are we going for water and all that? I think if I eat... Actually, hang on. We'll put that cooked piece of meat in, that in. Start that off. Eat that. This will add to my water anyway. Actually, you might just grab that. That's the last of the water. Okay, and then we'll go sleep. Sleep until when my energy is back high, which is about now. So how far do we get? I need a 3:20 in the morning. Wow. Alright. How much does this need? I think the furnaces probably need it more. Yeah, they're down a fair bit. Can't wait to get some coal going. Or just ore extractors, you know, that's where you pick up all these bits and pieces from, I suppose. Okay, we might just save the game here. So that's not bad. We've already got our defences around the base. You know, basic as they are, they're still there. Let's eat one of these. Eat one of these. Eat one of these. Then, the good part about this is, I mean, animals will still get stuck on these things, but we can kind of walk around here. We're actually already in the water, so to speak, so we'll just, probably easier to go the other way, actually, Triff. So if we can tell it to cook up that, then we just run around here, pick up another 60 water. Don't forget, by the way, this little flask that I've got is just the starter flask. Later on, if you get aluminium, you can make a flask that actually carries not just 60 but the full 200. So yeah, it kind of, you know, prompts you basically to go ahead and see if you can get that aluminium and then get that process going so you can make the higher end flask, I guess. Alright, how are these things going? There you go, another couple of ingots. What I might do is take these and just finish those off. How are we going for... yeah, okay. At least a minimum, put that in. Take those out, add that. This porky guy's making a bit of noise down here, isn't he? Maybe he wants to be the pet piggy for us in the game, perhaps, I don't know. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to do. Go back to here again. Like I said, every time I start the game I've got to remember to turn that on. So see how the light value is showing 6.7? When it gets to 9 point whatever, it's maxed, sort of thing. Now when I go to get back in, the spikes won't hurt me, but I've got to jump to get over them, so... But, you know, thankfully the enemies don't have that. They don't jump over stuff, so to speak. So I have to keep an eye on that light value, because I think we'll more or less just expect a bit of a battle. So I don't know what that's going to be, whether that's the mini-bosses, or whether it's nothing much at all, or I don't know. I really don't know. And I think it's been tweaked a little bit. See, I can actually just walk right over the top of that. Do you see that? Crap's sake. Oh dear. Oh, actually, I might just do this in the house. Just do it here. So we'll just harvest the logs, harvest those, and don't forget, if you want to, you can harvest the firewood, and it'll give you more sticks. So if that's something you're after, otherwise you just kind of pick up all the sticks and all the firewood, and just keep clicking E to push them into there. Actually, you know what? We could almost do with another stick. I don't... yeah, might be able to just put one here, I guess. Placeable, storage, stick stand. How about we just put another one there for the time being? It takes a few sticks to make the stick stand. I think it's 6 sticks or whatever, but then you've got an extra storage space, I suppose. Gee, you're a noisy guy, aren't you? Holy dooly. Hey, my crops are almost ready. Wow, they're getting there. Okay, let me think. Oh, okay. I know what we should do. Are they ready already? Jeez. I might go around and just see if I can find some more frogs and get some more meat going. This porky pig that's out here at the moment, we can manufacture, where is it? Placeables, food. This butcher table, if we could get one of them made up, they're obviously a bit of a size to them, sort of thing, but we might see if we can put one just here. Now, if we can get 10 ingots, that's going to take a while, but if we can make one of these, we can actually kill the animal, bring it in here, put it on the table, and harvest it and get a lot more material, including livers. which are kind of really mega important for us. There you go. So we've got fresh water again. Very good. What else do we need? Yes, it's going to take ages to get to that point. We really need the big furnaces and stuff, but I think I might be extending the base back that way before I get to that point. Okay. Actually, that's another thing I could do. Hang on, now that I think of it. To kind of prepare ourselves really good or really well, is there... Where is it? That's... No, where is it? There. The watermelon cart. It's the same as the pumpkin one, but basically it does the same sort of thing. Allows you to store all these melons that give you something to eat when it's winter. We'll just take 4 from each one. I just think that's, you know, having that extra meat on the drying rack and these, whoops, and these guys up here, we're absolutely rocking in terms of winter. But yeah, we've got to go to. Oh, that's a rock. Sorry. False alarm. I thought that was actually a watermelon. At a distance. You honestly think that the piggy's a bit closer than that? He sounds a heck of a lot closer. Where's my... You're not moving around very quick, dude. 7.3 for the light value. That's a sheepy. Oh, if only. If only I had that butcher's table ready already. So the other thing we have to do is to... Ooh! Hey, there's a melon. It's my first melon during this game. That's pretty cool. I'm going to get a shock when I... Oh, have I got no spear? I might break my spear. Dude, what are you doing? Animals galore, dude. Gee, I can jump a fair way. Alright, let's throw... At least I've got the melon seeds now, which is pretty cool. The other thing too I might mention if you're new is... these crops... put it over this side. Did I just... Hang on. Did I pick up a piece of meat? No, I didn't. Yeah, this is a bit weird too, actually, by the way. Sorry, I just diverged for a sec. I can't... It's easier for you just to drop it on the ground, and then you can harvest it. Then if you look back, you've got your 2 slices of melon. See, that was pretty awesome. That does an awful lot. Hey, look at that. I'm almost chockers full of food, which is fantastic. We can take out these guys. Bring those in, cook up another 2 ingots. Take those out and put in 2 rocks. We're rocking and rolling again. Yeah, let's just see if we'll try it now. Oh, because we haven't got the... Hang on. This is an opportunity. Where was it? Where did I see it? Not there. Not there. Did I have it in here? Oh wow, where did I put it? Oh, it must be in the ATV. Hang on. I'll be back in a tick. There it is. Anyway. Sounded exciting, but I was looking for the bone shards, because you can make a... Let's have a look. I think you can make a bone spear. Where is it? Bone shard, 3 sticks, 5 plant fibre. 3 sticks. If I just take out that, I'll have enough. So now, if I look into here and I click on that, then I create... Ah, now I've got a... So the bone spear, I think, has a slightly better durability, I think, than the other one did. That's kind of the reason for, yeah, wanting to grab that instead. There you go, leave that there. Now we can go out and get some meat. Where's this little froggy? Sorry, dude. But you have to go down. If only I had that butcher's table, hey? Let's just go around and see if I can grab a few pieces of meat. That lamb. Yes, I know, I can hear you. This is not a moving frog, it's a stone. At least when you wander around a little bit. Oh man, that light value, gee, it's going up so fast. Is that because I got the two furnaces going and the fireplace? Maybe. Come on, dude, go away and let the frogs spawn in. Look, I'll even try down here at the water. No frogs, just a picky. And then you watch, as soon as you want to do something else, they'll just appear all over the place. You watch, I'll cut down a tree, and then a frog will appear. And the picky has to remind me that he's there. I don't think I can jump. Can I jump? I don't think I can. Oh, this might be interesting. Fine, have it your way. Jump over. You can, at least you can do that. That's right, I was coming in here to replace some of the boards that I took out. Alright, they're done. So, 2, 3, 4. Another couple of ingots. Swaps with that. That. Get rid of... I'm going to run out of space for that soon, you know. Okay, so I have now got 4 ingots again, which is pretty cool. Actually, you know what I should do? While I've got the opportunity, let's go and make another storage box here. Then we can actually just put it on top. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. I think I got 8. I did. Then I can kind of just do this. That's a little bit tricky doing it. That one's okay, but the bottom one, I might just make this chest here. It's only temporary, this little base is only really temporary, but yeah, it's just easier to have a separate box and set them up properly on the metal, on these things. Yeah, where is it? If I go to placeables, furniture? Oh, hang on, where is it? Is it placeable other? No, what am I thinking? Storage? Storage, there. The chest rack. Very expensive to make, but it just makes storing stuff a heck of a lot easier. Anyway. So Porky's still around, I can hear him. Oh, look, I can pick and take away my pumpkins. Oh, that's what we have to do, is to make sure we make this thing up here. What else do we need? 12 nails. Well, we should be able to do that. Hang on. Let's take out one of these. We've got 4 nails. Let's just throw an ingot on here. Make 10 nails. We've got 14. That should be enough to make this. Also, by the way, if you're wondering, and I'll show you in a sec. Hang on. If I go into, where's the seeds? Take out the 2 seeds. This is the catch here. Because I'm not harvesting it. If you harvest it, you'll get the seed back. But because I'm not, I'm just picking it out. I don't get the seed yet until I eat it, sort of thing. So there's 5 in there. That is absolutely brilliant. So unless I find them in the wild, I can't replant, sort of thing. I should be able to pick a watermelon. So that's why it's an advantage to go looking around the place, because yeah, you get them free, basically. So in here I've got, was it one spare? Hang on, I might drop these nails back in the corner here, and we can replant. Now, normally what would happen here is you'd have to go and grab your water bottle and fill this up, and it takes 2 of the small water bottles to fill the plant bed up. Because it's raining, which is absolutely fantastic, it just self-waters. But the other thing I was going to say before too, if we get to winter and these little plant beds here are left outside, they die. So you lose all the crops. So you can either bring them inside where it's warmer and they'll stay alive, but it's a bit harder to water them and whatnot because you don't get the rain. Or eventually you just build a greenhouse and then it doesn't matter. They just survive, and they seem to... I'm not sure what the numbers are, but it's almost like they sort of grow maybe 2 or 3 times faster. You almost get a new crop every day or every second day or something like that. I can remember it being quite horrific. What, are you having problems getting up the hill, dude? Do you want me to push? I'm kind of scratching your behind there, but no, sorry, dude. You have to work it out on your own. Come on, little froggies, where are you guys? I need some meat. Until I can get... Oh, here we go. You know what? I really need to make a bow, hey? Actually, that's something I was going to do anyway. Listen, dude. Well, that's pretty good. So we've got 2. We won't cook these up. We'll actually hang them on one of the drying racks. So let's start with this one in the corner. So you can just drag them onto the drying rack. So now they'll hang up there and they'll change over a period of time. Okay, so that's good. We've got 3 of them rocking and rolling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's have a look. Whoops, take them out first, Trev. Try to jump ahead of yourself there a little bit. Okay, so we've got enough to make another 2 ingots, so we're kind of steadily getting there, but... So that's a good thing. We've got the watermelon thing on the roof, we've got these crops sort of still growing, we've got our defences for our base all the way around at the moment, so not doing too bad, to be honest. So yeah, I might have to leave the episode here. So we've done another really good thing in getting this base kind of, I guess, prepared for battle, so to speak. But next episode, when we come back, we're going to have to, I think, deal with our light value being up, doing the rounds basically, and it's going to be a case of trying to defend ourselves, I think. We're not doing too badly so far, but yeah, it's a bit of a anxious feeling, waiting to see what on earth's going to happen when we have our first battle. So I'm not sure how that got tweaked. I wonder if I can run down this chicken. I know I've had problems in the past. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's only 1 hit. I wonder if that's the bone shard. Well, that was pretty good. Let me just clean this up. Is it? Oh, there's 2 of them there. Why, thank you very much. I still think that's a funny way of doing it, but yeah, it works. Alright. So hang on, how many pieces of meat did I get? See, there's 2 there, hey. I've still got 1 on me. How about if I just leave that here? It looks a little bit different when it gets hung up, I suppose, but... Oh, you can't. Hang on, is that what it's saying? Oh, I must be thinking of fish. That's what I'm thinking of. Not really a big deal, I suppose. I want to eat that, so let's just... Oh, man, it's a bit hard to click on. Let's have one of them. Drink that. Grab some more water out. Drink all of that. I I think this is going to chew through maybe another 3 logs. I'll throw some sticks in there for good measure. Alright. Where are we up to? I think you were saying that you were going to leave the episode, Trev. You know that? It is so addictive, this game, and you just want to keep going because you're trying to get things done quickly and all that. It's just, yeah, pretty amazing. I think I'm going to have to reload all my firewood back in here as well. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. At least we've got to the point where we've got some decent little base defences around us. The only other thing I was going to look at, sorry, wrong thing, was I'm going to look at the bow and arrow. 1 stick, 3 rope. So on 1 stick, take that out. We should be able to make it now. Bow, we'll craft that. Now this is the bit of the different one. When you go to make stone arrows, okay, hang on, how many sticks do I have? I've got plenty of rope, so let's do 5 at a time and just see. Let's just take over a small amount like that. What was the other thing? It was stones, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. I think we can do it on here. Oh, actually, do we need to do it on there? What happens if we just go stone arrow, craft? That's not bad, you know. The only problem with it is, that's right, we can't use the bow and arrow just yet, even though I've got it. So if you look, it's actually in my 4th slot. I can't use it yet because I need to harvest the animals, get some animal hide, and then I can make the quiver to put the arrows in. It's just one of those blinking things that you kind of forget about all the time. Anyway, there's my cooked chickens. All done. Alright, well that's probably the best I think I can prepare for this more than likely attack that's coming in. My bone spear is actually pretty good quality at the moment. I'm just kind of starting to think it'll probably get damaged a bit. So yeah, how many have we got? Oh man. Yeah, it doesn't take much, does it? No, we'll put these back down here. Actually, what we could do, just quickly, just let me make another 25 rope. I can put them down there. Alright everyone, I think I will leave the episode here. We've certainly done what we wanted to do this episode, and we've got ourselves set up with a little bit of meat on the drying rack and some veggies up here as well, so we're kind of prepared for the battle that's probably not far away for next episode. Alright everyone, if you've liked the episode, please go ahead and support the channel by smashing the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you can certainly supercharge the channel by subscribing. Alright everyone, thanks so much. Cheers.